The night Germany fell, and Paraguay changed the World Cup, there are football matches, and then there are football moments, the kind that people remember for years. One penalty, one whistle, one nation celebrating, while another stood in complete silence. Germany, one of the greatest teams in football history, had just been eliminated from the World Cup. But this wasn't just the story of Germany's defeat. It was the story of how one fearless underdog reminded the world that history doesn't win football matches. Chapter 1, The Gaints. For generations, Germany has represented everything people admire in football. Discipline, mental strength, winning, 4 World Cup trophies, countless legendary players. Whenever Germany reaches the knockout stage, most fans expect one thing: they survive. Standing across from them was Paraguay, a nation full of passion, but a team very few believed could stop one of football's biggest giants. Almost every prediction pointed in the same direction: Germany. Football had other plans. Chapter 2, when belief changed size. From the opening whistle, Germany looked exactly like the favorite. They controlled possession. They created chances. Everything seemed to be following the expected script. But Paraguay never chased the game. They stayed patient. Every successful tackle, every blocked shot, every passing minute made one thing grow stronger: belief. Because every underdog knows, the longer a giant fails to score, the heavier the pressure becomes. And suddenly, the team carrying all the expectation was no longer playing with confidence. They were playing with fear. Chapter 3, the longest 120 minutes. Football is strange. Sometimes, the better team doesn't feel like the stronger team. Germany searched for the winning moment. Paraguay fought for every second. Neither side wanted to become the player remembered for making the fatal mistake. Extra time came. Extra time went. The clock reached its final seconds. Then, the referee pointed to the center circle. Penalty shootout. At that moment, history, reputation, and talent meant absolutely nothing. Chapter 4, the moment everything changes. Penalty shootouts aren't just about technique. They're about courage. One player walks forward. Thousands hold their breath. Millions watch in silence. One kick. Then another. The pressure became unbearable. Then, Germany blinked. Paraguay didn't. The final penalty crossed the line. Paraguay exploded with joy. Germany collapsed to the ground. One dream had ended. Another had just begun. Chapter 5, Why This Night Matters. Years from now, people may forget the statistics. They may forget who had more possession or more shots. But they will remember this feeling. The night one of football's greatest nations disappeared from the tournament. And the night Paraguay proved that belief can defeat reputation. Because World Cups are never won by history. They're won by the team brave enough to write a new story. Germany's journey ended here. Paraguay's story is only beginning. And somewhere, inside every remaining dressing room, one thought suddenly became impossible to ignore. If Germany can fall, so can anyone. This is why we love football. Not because the strongest team always wins, but because every World Cup reminds us that impossible stories are only impossible until somebody lives them. And this was the night Paraguay wrote theirs.